Hi viewers, welcome back to Legit of Thriller. So today we are going to explain the ending of the crime scene, the vanishing at the Cecil Hotel of Netflix. So coming to this final part, the hard truth. So there's a moment in down the rabbit hole. That's the third episode of this Netflix crime scene, the vanishing at the Cecil Hotel, guys. So that suggests the case of Elisa Lam may not be as sensationally suspicious as it has seemed, because in the first half of the chapter, web slaves, as they are called throughout the series, descend upon the Cecil Hotel determined to find answers to what they believe there's a macabre conspiracy, we can say. And at this point in this documentary, we know Elisa Lam is dead. Her body was found nude in the water tank on the roof of the Cecil 18 days after she disappeared in 13. The question is now how Lam's corpse ended up in such a disturbing position. So, journalist Josh Dean explains that many internet obsessives believe someone was manipulating Lamb's experience in the hotel. The nefarious aim, slates say, is the reason the elevator scene in the now infamous video of Lamb's final known movements that doesn't close for minutes to an end, we can say. So then once slates go to the Cecil, they realize there a very sensible explanation, that is Lamb accidentally pressed the door hold button when she entered the elevator. So door hold YouTuber John Loda explains keeps the door open for 2 minutes, so no one was controlling Elisa Lamb for a gruesome scheme, so just pressed the wrong button. So that's the this thing. So the finally the hard truth explained that the pragmatic if ultimately discording sensibility can explain the entire tragedy of the Elisa Lamb. So this upsetting reveal leads to Cecil's Hotel's ultimate message, that is mythologizing a true crime mystery may lead to an insidious conspiracy theory totally untethered to the already devastating truth and hurt a lot of people along the way. So the hard truth opens with a look at the months of work put into determining Lamb's cause of death. Forensic pathologist, that is Dr. Jason Toward, explains that autopsy gave inconclusive results. So the episode reminds us that Lamb's body showed no signs of struggle or assault, suggesting she is not the victim of violence in her final moments. So the state of Lamb's body also means it is unlikely an attacker dragged her to the water tank and dropped her in, since she lacked the post-mortem trauma common with such a precarious situation. So months after Lamb's body was found, a toxicology report confirms Lamb was not drunk or any illicit drugs when she died. So despite her unusual behavior in the Cecil elevator footage, still the report does hold a clue. So, Lamb was on at least 4 prescription medications for her bipolar disorder. So, the medications were found in her bloodstream, but their levels were interestingly low. That's what the doctor Tova says. So, upon reviewing Lamb's physical belongings at the scene, police realized that she had more of her meds than she should have, considering that fill date. So, altogether, this evidence suggests she was undertaking her medications. So, clinical and forensic neurologist Dr. Judy Ho agrees with this assessment. So, with all of this evidence at hand, the police ruled Lamb's death an accident in June 2013, 4 months after her body was found. They believe Lam feared for her life due to bipolar allegations, ran to the roof of the protection and climbed into the water tank for protection. So, once in the water tank, Lam was unable to escape and removed her clothing to fight, but that's what she died drowning. So, as hard truth comes to a close, the journalist and slates fixated on the Lamb case must come to terms with the facts of death. While there many have been countless brain-scratching twists in this mystery, each one can be explained by science and evidence. So there is no conspiracy here, no matter how much people may want there to be. By sensationalizing the tragedy, Slate's blow was the most devastating reality of all. The family lost a daughter who was in the midst of painful mental health crisis. So people who cared about Elisa, knew her and loved her, look at the case very differently. So for them it is hell, it is traumatic. That's what John Dean says. So it's not a game, it's not a puzzle, it's an indelible catastrophe. It's one that ruined lives beyond the Lambs, as Pablo Vergara, that is death, metal, disease and morbid reveals. So slaves decided Vergara was the person who murdered Lamb. They indicted him to death threats and had his YouTube page, email and Facebook deactivated. So Vergara almost died by suicide in response to the victory. So beyond Lamb's accidental death ruling, hard evidence proves that Vergara was actually in Mexico at the time of Lamb's stay at the Cecil. So he is still still living with the debilitating effects on his brush with cyberbullying, as he calls it. So, despite now the widely accepted timeline of Lamb's accidental death, so no matter how many investigative YouTube videos have in which video or merged in a podcast you download, you may never have all the facts of internet conspiracy. Holding on the truth might be the only thing standing between you and actually damage, guys. So that's the ending, guys. So please share your valuable thoughts regarding this and subscribe our Legend of Trader channel to get more like this.